Donkey Kong, the 1981 Nintendo arcade classic that brought Mario and Donkey Kong into the world back when Mario was a carpenter named Jumpman and Donkey Kong was the bad guy. It was a major hit and, along with Mario, made Donkey Kong a superstar. Happy landing, you pieces of asses. Donkey Kong was king. He was king over King Kong, and even Universal Studios couldn't stop him by trying to sue Nintendo, claiming him to be a King Kong copy. Just because they're both gorillas, have the same last name, and like to climb things with chicks, doesn't make them copies. Right? So Donkey Kong was later ported to ColecoVision and Nintendo, but they removed the opening and the pie level. That's gorilla shit. Why do they do that? They're still brilliant, unlike the Atari 2600 and Intellivision versions. Look at this giant pixelated mess with only 2 of the 4 levels. Nothing looks or sounds like the arcade game. There's no music. Why is Donkey Kong snot green? And is he holding black piano keys with his arms? He looks like a giant Goomba. Pauline's red and blue. Mario's not Mario, nor Jumpman. The hammer floats around his head. And what are these? Mutated seahorses instead of fireballs? What about the controls? They stink. I'd have more fun letting a gorilla hammer coconuts up my nostrils. At least the numbers look nice. The 2600 version is impossibly worse. There's still only 2 of the 4 levels, and no music, but not only are the controls worse, Gingerbread Kong throws giant cookies, only moves when I climb, Mario's never been fatter, the hammer floats around his nose, and what are these? Fire slugs? They couldn't even put the word oil on the barrel. The fire slugs don't even come out of it because they're only at level 2, so why does it exist? As for the graphics and sound, even for the 2600, they boil watery cow shit. You can't even fall off these platforms or commit suicide by touching Donkey Kong. And your lives are just rectangles. Mario icons would have been nice. You can't climb straight up or down a series of ladders. You have to get off each one before climbing the next. You can't climb these ones at all, so why do they exist? And why do none of them have edges? They're just floating lines. And when climbing them, his head disappears. Both games don't even show Donkey Kong fall at the end. Some say Coleco deliberately made these ports to make their ColecoVision port look even better, but who knows? So after Donkey Kong came Donkey Kong Jr., a 1982 classic. Jumpman, thankfully renamed Mario and becomes a plumber, is a bad guy for once, kidnaps Donkey Kong, and Junior Boy needs to save him. You know, this Donkey Kong actually becomes Cranky Kong in Donkey Kong Country, and Donkey Kong Jr. becomes the new Donkey Kong. So, is Donkey Kong a name or a title? Anyway, Donkey Kong Jr. was later ported to ColecoVision and Nintendo, with all 4 levels. But then Donkey Kong took a dump inside the 2600 and Intellivision, and voila! 2 more disgraces. Nothing resembles the arcade game. There's only 3 of the 4 levels, and the last 2 are in the wrong order. Look, the cage disappears at the end of the 2nd level, but not at the end of the last. It's so easy to fall off the vines and die because the controls are so torturous. You have to force everything you do, and you're always getting stuck. It would be easier riding a shark through a bunch of dunes. Down! No! Vine leaves would have been nice. Gingerbread Kong only moves when I climb. The crocodiles are just 3 moving lines, and you can't even kill them because they removed the falling fruit. Sometimes they keep going down the same vine I need to climb. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Hurry up! I just want to get up there. Why am I still playing this? How long does it take? No! The graphics are ugly, and as for the sound, it would be less irritating listening to 1,000 coughing seagulls. At least there's music and the water moves. The Intellivision version is barely better. But Donkey Kong looks like Frogger, and like Mario, never moves. His cage doesn't even have any bars, and Junior Boy looks like a weird alien. The music stops when sound effects play. It's too annoying. And why? Why are they yellow and purple? Why? Eventually, these games were ported to every console ever made. Then Donkey Kong 3 was ported to Nintendo. You control this asshole named Stan, who should be Mario, at this weird jungle, spraying bugs in Donkey Kong's ass after he punches 2 beehives. Now, why aren't the insects attacking Donkey Kong? And why does the game have such a scary atmosphere to it? Overall, it sucks. Moving on. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. What a wonderful idea. Math and video games. Because kids love math. So you're Junior Boy going around, collecting numbers to solve math equations before Pink Boy, Player 2, fall in the water, go back here. It can even be used as a shortcut to a number you want. The only punishment would be if it brought you away from that number. It's stupid because drowning is warping. Adding and subtracting before multiplying and dividing can save a lot of time. 150 plus 9 plus 9 times 4 plus 2 equals 674. I can't take it anymore. 423 times 83. Well, that's easy. It's 35,109. But we have to solve the middle first. Aw, shit. I meant to put 9. Guess what? You can't go back to correct a mistake. If you mess up once, you have to start all over again. Can't f around with this math game. Now, in order to restart, you have to complete the equation. But if it's going to be wrong anyway, then what's the point of completing it? Now, if you do skip an equation, you cheer like you accomplished something. So that's enough of this garbage. Donkey Kong Country, a Super Nintendo classic. The graphics are impossibly amazing for Super Nintendo. Music is outstanding, controls are nearly perfect, gameplay is genius, and it all shines even brighter with that triumphant Donkey Kong atmosphere. Can't get any more Donkey Kong than this. Check this out. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Are you kidding me? I don't believe it. Look! 2 Donkey Kongs! Don't these levels look like Ewok villages? There's so many illusions. Lions, green skulls, and look, the trees have eyes. See you later, alligator. The end? Oh, it's not over yet. In a while, crocodile. Now it's over. Donkey Kong Country 2. The Thornbush levels are dreamlike. Donkey Kong Country 3. Damn, this music's nightmarish. Hey look, a Nintendo 64 in a Super Nintendo game. Anyway, Donkey Kong's ape-napped. Again. Oh, and Diddy Kong's ape-napped. Now how can you have Donkey Kong Country games without Donkey Kong? These might as well be Diddy Kong Country and Kiddy Kong Country. You should be able to play as Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong in all of them. You know what would have been nice? Donkey Kong Country 4. But no, instead, we just had to get a bunch of crappy ports.